Hey guys, in today's episode, the September update is confirmed, and I tell you all that we know about the new Goblin Drill coming in July. All that and more in today's episode of Clash World. Hey guys, it's Ray here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash Royale. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR eSports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish off the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Royale, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified for every new video that comes out. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section, New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week, and boy do we have a lot to go over today. Firstly, we have this new leaked card called the Goblin Drill. Images and textures of it have been found in the game files, and it definitely seems really interesting. Now let's go ahead and show a clip leaked on YouTube of the gameplay. I'll be sure to link the video in the description, but anyways, it looks like a building that just pops up anywhere in the arena, spawns 2 goblins every 5 or so seconds, and then spawns 3 goblins when it's destroyed. Now, not only is this card gonna be the first legendary building, but you can also place it anywhere, which definitely makes it a very interesting card to play. Now, one more thing to note is that the tower really takes the goblin spawner down enough so that only 1 goblin does really spawn, so it's probably not as overpowered as you might think. Also, the first goblins do spawn quite slow, as you can see here, so it can easily be countered by something such as a goblin gang. Overall, really like the concept and brings a whole new mechanic into the game. Also, pretty sure that the next big update will be coming in September. I know that's 2 long months away, but this update already seems pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at this reply on Reddit. We'd like to continue improving Clan Wars and the emote system, but it's in the very early days in the update cycle, so nothing is locked in yet. Clan Wars isn't a perfect system and definitely can be improved a ton, so super excited to see what they will be adding in this next update. Also really excited to see some more emotes. They also said that Heroes or a tourney revamp won't be coming in the next update. Kinda sad about that, but at least the rest of the update seems pretty hype. However, according to SC Studios, 15K tournaments are going to be brought back in the next update. Finally, can't not wait for those massive tournaments. There have also been 3 new game modes leaked. First one is Rage mode, where all the troops are raged the entire game. Now that's gonna be completely crazy. The next mode is a Lava Floor mode, where basically a poison spell is cast on the arena for the entire game, and troops get damaged the entire game like a poison spell. RIP Skeleton Army. The third mode is Capture the Tower. We don't really know much about that mode, but I'm assuming it's gonna be something like Capture the Flag. I mean, I'm just throwing out ideas at this point. Next up, a new challenge has just been released, the Arena Challenge, where you climb up the arenas like you started the game from the beginning. Now, the rewards aren't that great, but they're still substantial, and I'm probably just gonna play it just to take a trip down memory lane. I think the challenge will eventually go to Arena 12 as well, as here it says Arena Challenge 1 out of 4 and Arena Challenge 2 out of 4. In addition to that, new balance changes have just been announced. Yes, they are coming in on July the 2nd. Let's take a look. Rascal's hit points down 5.3%. This is a pretty big nerf. With 1/20th of its hit points now gone, the boy can now take much less than before, lessening the massive value that it provides. Rascal Girls, first attack slower. I think this is a pretty good haircut to the Rascal Girls. If they had nerfed anything else, the Rascal Girls would have been overall really bad to play. Overall, the Rascals received a pretty big nerf, and I'm interested to see if this will actually decrease Rascal usage. Mortar damage down 3.5%, hit points down 4%. Supercell, are you kidding me? But jokes aside, I do believe that Mortar did need a slight nerf, and as much as it pains me to say this, Supercell delivered. I'm still gonna give Mortar a try after the update, but man, Mortar's cycle just keeps getting harder and harder to play, which hit points plus 17%, spawn speed 2 seconds faster, hit speed plus 0.3 seconds. Wow, the witch is getting a massive buff. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if she will now be meta. I'm sure poison will counteract her pretty well, but boy is she gonna be good in the lower arenas. Fire Spirit's area damage plus 5%. This is another pretty solid change. Fire Spirits have pretty low use rate, and with bait being so popular, the increase in area damage will for sure increase its usage. Bomber range from 4.5 to 5. Again, another massive change to a low arena card. I personally believe that this bomber buff is in conjunction with the witch buff, providing a solid counter to the witch in those lower arenas. In addition, bomber can provide a ton of value against splash now, so maybe we'll see bomber being used in more of those cheap cycle decks. Mega minion hit speed plus 0.1 second. This is a really slight haircut to the pretty popular Mega Minion, rocking a 36% use rate. This slight haircut will make it slightly less popular, but not by much. Goblins minus 1% hit points. I'm not too sure what this interaction change is, but this slight change probably won't affect goblins for the most part. I mean, they're just decreasing by 2 hit points, so it's not even really a nerf. Now that's gonna do it for new in the arena. It's time to check out the eSports update. The eSports Update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent eSports competitions. Firstly, CRL Asia is still underway and they are still looking for players, and not just from Asia. As Chizen tweeted out, NA and EU players looking for a CRL team, please don't overlook CRL Asia teams. Reach out to some of them. Living in Asia will change your life. Play Clash Royale and travel to the other side of the world, learn a new language or two. Experience Asia. As someone who has lived in Asia for a while, I couldn't agree more. However, there really isn't much to go over at this point, but if you do want to catch CRL highlights, be sure to check out CRL Asia's YouTube channel for some insane decks and battle highlights. That's all I found for the eSports update. Now let's check out the rising rumors. First, that one guy has posted his wish list for cards that need a nerf in the next balance changes. Some I do agree with, others I don't, but let's take a look at them. So, he wants to nerf all of the spells tower damage, poison damage, tornado duration, Valkyrie hit points, goblins, spear goblins, bats, minion horde, rascals, mortar, miner, 3 musketeers, mega minion, hog, wizard, elixir collector, guards, freeze, Tesla, Prince, Golem, Ghost, Ice Wizard, Bandit, Inferno Dragon, and Lava Hound. Wow, that was a lot of cards. Again, I don't agree with all of them. Let me know if you agree with some of these nerfs in the comments section below. Now that we've covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. Well, the meta currently has only 2 types of decks mainly. The bait decks, those with a crap ton of spam cards, and those multi-spell decks, those decks with a crap ton of spells built specifically to counter bait. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, but again, since nothing is really changing with the meta, I'm really not going to go that deep into it either. Want more proof? Just open your TV Royale screen and scroll right through it. You see either those bait decks or those triple spell ones, or fast cycle decks that just always have a spell in hand, but those are much harder to play correctly. So that's the current meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode, I'm going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. Today, we're going to be using this giant bowler deck. Obviously, you want to play this deck just like any other giant deck, taking slight damage onto your tower and building a massive push. When full on elixir, it's almost always a smart decision to play the tombstone to cycle. The bowler is a very strong defender and can be used to build a lethal counter push. It also has 3 spells, which like I said earlier, makes bait relatively easy to beat. In addition, the double tank with giant and bowler makes siege an easy matchup as well. So, with that out of the way, let's get right into a battle. Alright, so looks like this battle is going to be against a Chinese player right here. And yeah, starting off, unfortunately, I don't have the best starting hand. Obviously, the best starting hand would just be something with Tombstone, because obviously you just want to start off the match with a Tombstone. But anyways, here he's gonna go ahead and split archers in the back, so I'll go ahead and put down a giant right here and see what else this guy has. He has archers, so that generally means that our opponent's here using an X-bow, but actually he has a bowler, so yeah, looks like it's probably not gonna be X-bow. So here I'm gonna go put a mega minion in the back. I really don't want to support that giant just because, as you can see, the bowler will just splash out my musketeer. So yeah, here I'm just gonna go ahead and put a musketeer more in the back, so that when the giant does go down, we can go ahead and defend this push he has incoming. So it looks like it's going to be a giant bowler mirror match. Here he actually has minions, so we can go ahead and straight up arrow those out. I'm actually gonna go ahead and log out that archer as well. Oh, we actually catch those two archers he just places down. Let's go, guys, and that's gonna let us defend that push relatively effectively. I don't even know if we're gonna even take any hit points of damage. Looks like we're not, and yeah, there we go. Pretty good start, but neither of us have done any damage to each other's towers. So yeah, I really am not too sure what to do at this point. I think I'm gonna go play a mega minion in the back. The reason I didn't play giant is because, yep, obviously he has that bowler. So when he's here, I think I'm gonna go ahead and play a bowler in the same lane right here, just to go ahead and counteract his. Obviously his bowler will cross the bridge, so we will have the advantage of defending on our side. Here he's going to once again go with a giant. I'll go with a tombstone in the optimal placement. I'll go ahead and put down a musketeer right here so that it'll go ahead and snipe out the bats. And oh wow, looks like it's going to be a graveyard matchup. But now here, we have a ton of spells in this deck, so we're just going to wait till the perfect moment to log it out, destroy that giant, and then the mega minion can go ahead and finish off the graveyard skeletons. So yeah, really solid defense right there. We don't exactly have a good counter to graveyard in this deck, but since we have so many spammy spells such as log and arrows and bowler, we're able to take our graveyard relatively effectively. Now, here, as we reach 10 elixir, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put down a giant in the back right here and see what this guy's going to do. We're just going to go ahead and take the archer damage because we can. Here, let's go ahead and support the giant with a bowler. He's probably going to go with a bowler in the back. Yep, there's the bowler. Now, here, I think I'm going to do something really interesting because this deck, it does have a decent cycle. We can go ahead right here and cycle back to another giant on the opposite lane. I know for a fact that his bowler is probably the biggest counter to our giant pushes. So there we go, guys. We've cycled back to another giant right there. He does have a graveyard here, but we can go ahead and wait a bit longer on our log and arrow out those skeletons as well right there. And yeah, meanwhile, I've got all this stuff on the other side doing so much damage right here. The giant's onto the tower. Here, let's go ahead and let's go with a mega minion right here, and we cycle back to another giant. He's actually gonna panic place down a bowler on the opposite lane. That means we can go ahead free with our giant in this lane right here. Let's just go all in right here. Let's go with a bowler right here. He's gonna go with a giant. I know he has bats and minions, so let's go ahead right here, log out those archers right there, get those arrows down for those bats right there. And yeah, we got a ton of stuff onto the tower, guys. Can we take it out? We're going all in, sending absolutely everything. Bowler's on the tower, musketeers on the tower. Tower is going down, and that is going to be GG. Beating a giant bowler graveyard deck, which is not the hardest matchup, but definitely not one to be overlooked. So there we go, the off-meta deck of the week. I definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try. It's so fun, so off-meta, and yeah, if you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I have time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please like down below as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.